Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're on this Monday morning, July 3rd. We got a big show lined up, a little special video, and getting ready for July 4th with holiday activities. I know a lot of y'all already started, but we're going to have a good show planned. So let's get started with the weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin and Highway 77. High today, 88, low 74. Water temperature is at 84 degrees. Let's do our Monday moon phase. Every Monday, I like to see what the moon is doing. It's waxing, and it's going to be full on July the 9th. So we have full moon coming up next week. So that's brought to us by Sandhill Seafood and Restaurant up at Highway 77. Tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. We're looking at a high tide at 6:28. Not very much tidal flow today. It's sort of a neap tide. And then a low tide this afternoon at 5:05. But we will have a little west wind coming in about 7, so that's going to blow from the west. It'll blow it in the shore in a lot of places there. So there will be some movement out there, but not a lot of underwater movement. And the water's still stained too from all the rain we've had. So be aware of that when you're trying to pick out different color plugs and all of the stained water. Dark water, dark plug. Just remember basic fundamentals in fishing 101. Let's take our break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Well, first thing we're going to do, this is a new month, and we're officially halfway through the year 2017. It's hard to believe, but I promise you one of the things we're going to do, pickle jar right here, see all these names? All these haven't won. Now, there's a stack of names right here. I've kept them out. Y'all see all these right here? All right, all these folks have won, but I promise you I was going to put them back in the pickle jar at the 6-month mark, which is now. So we're going to take time to do it. And now, all these folks who won, I'm gonna go and tell you now. If you win a second time, that's gonna be it. You need to just go and buy your lotto ticket because I'm gonna pull you out of Panhandle Outdoors drawing. But congratulations, all you winners. So I'm gonna put all the people that already won the first 6 months. I'm gonna add you in here, back in here. It's a bunch of folks. We've had a bunch of winners. Okay, so I don't want to spend a lot of time doing it, calling out names. Niagara Falls. Okay, okay. Just look at all these people. Look at all of them. Won all kind of prizes, not just seafood now. They won rod and reels and trips. And look at here. Y'all had more than I thought, man. More, okay. And then somehow, at first I started putting a rubber band. Adam Stanford, okay. This is a whole stack of them. I started putting, okay, of all winners. So I'm I like to fold them up a little bit so they won't get stacked up behind each other. everybody have a fair chance, so that's why I try to scatter them out a little bit. I know there's a technique to doing this. All right, now they all stacked up there. Anyway, I'll keep stirring them up and folding them up, but anyway. So we about have a full jar, and you get, still on the internet, if you haven't, look at that, they're falling out. Victor Hascoat Valley. Okay, so that's it. So we're all set for the rest of 2017. We're gonna be giving away a lot of cool stuff now the rest of the year. So stay tuned, all kind of good things going on. Now let's move on. We got one thing with summer, smack dab in the middle of summer, you've had kids and doing outdoor stuff. We all talking about it. I ran across this the other day. One of the places when I was doing outdoor ed, I would order some of the stuff from my students, like these little fishing things that you cast out and reel them in. And I found a website that I was able to. It's called Nature Watch right here. And I get some emails from them. They sent this the other day. I guess they thought I was still teaching. But what a great idea. An archaeology adventure dig activity kit. Okay, and what it is, and I was up there at Jamestown with our family and all. We were watching it, and you see what it's a screen right there. There's some archaeologists working around, digging around Jamestown, and it is a real cool thing. Well, this comes in a kit like this. This is a neat idea. And all that stuff comes together, and then these are the things you can find and tell a story. You see how you go ahead and put it in there and shake it out. And it really, what a great learning process for kids to learn how to dig for history. That was on Nature Watch if you want to look it up. And they had one other activity I thought was cool also. It's just making things out of shark tooth. All this is centered around nature and making shark tooth necklaces or things like that. See all the things you can do with kids. I just thought that was cool. And keeping them involved in the outdoors, any kind of nature activity. It doesn't necessarily be hunting and fishing, but anything around nature, and they just fascinated with it. I'm still fascinated at all things going on in nature. Okay, so I take care of the kids. Also snorkeling. Take some kids snorkeling out in the bay or out in the lake and all. Put them a mask and snorkel on, and let them just kick around and look at the bottom. It is fascinating at the things, especially in the saltwater side, behind the Chattahoochee Bay, behind Shell Island here, going down to St. Joe Bay. It's clear. They're looking at grass, and there'll be little starfish, there'll be seahorses. They're fascinated with that, just looking around. And it's a whole new world when they go underwater. And stay with them, and all. A lot of times, if they're small, just put a life jacket on them. As you get bigger, they can do it themselves. But we started with our kids with little jackets on and just let them just swim, just paddle and kick, and just look around, and they'll jump up and scream and see this stuff and all. So it's really cool. So snorkeling is good, and so make sure you have a flag. Now again, tomorrow, July 4th, we'll talk about a lot of people on the water. I won't be in my family on the water tomorrow, but a lot of folks going to be on the water doing all kinds of things. You have the fireworks tomorrow night. I talked to Travis again after the show we had Thursday, and we talked about, and they just get reinforcements. They have to have a lot of reinforcements on the water. They're going to be checking folks right and left. You see anything going wrong, you see a crazy driver or something, give them a call and let them know. Okay, so prevent somebody getting hurt. Take care of your family, take care of yourself, and keep everything safe there. Okay, also, I wrote this down too last night. I was saying the 3 S's. Be aware of the 3 S's in the outdoors that can harm you, okay? Saltwater sharks, freshwater snakes, and all around stupid people. So those 3 S's, be on the lookout for those, wherever you are for your July 4th festivities. Okay, now, I'm going to, I got some other pictures I wanted to show you all through here. I think, let's see, we're going to, I wanted to show you, let me see. We're going to talk about driver's flags. Okay, let's go and do that now while we got it out. This is just some distress signal, talking about safety on your boat and all. Make sure if you have these things here that you're going to make sure they're in date, okay? Your signals and all. There was an incident in Chattahoochee Bay last week where a guy fell off a jet ski and into the night. They were searching for him, and the Coast Guard was looking for him, and they found him. He had a life jacket on reason to live in the middle of Chattahoochee Bay, and they opened the window of the Coast Guard because it had been raining, and they heard him holler for help. One time, help! It just hurt him because he was getting so weak. So if you have, just put a whistle around your neck if you're on a jet ski. And if they've been blowing a whistle, they'd found him a lot earlier. So then that was right there in Chattahoochee Bay, and one of the viewers called and told me about that. In daylight, arm signals. Don't ever forget about arm signals, waving for help. I mean, you shouldn't need a chart to show you how to do it, but don't forget to wave for help. Your fire extinguisher, make sure that fire extinguisher there, see that green, This happens a lot. It happened to me before. Where they'll last a good while, but once they get in that red, it says empty, you go ahead and change it out for your own good. And of course, the diver's down flag, you know what that means, and it's so important you put it, like Travis said, on the highest part of your boat. Okay, and let's see. I think that's okay. That's gonna be all for now. Let's go and take a break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to show one more picture, and this is a funny picture to me. Don't be offended, ladies, but here it is, the happiest day of my life. This is not me now. I'm just copying this from someone else. The happiest day of my life. That's me in the back, in the background. So, whoever, that was not a happy day of my life, but I just wanted to share that with you because some people think that's funny, and I thought it was good. I like to show this stuff every now and then to get y'all laughing in the morning. Or trying to laugh. Okay, look, now this got this video coming up. It's a fascinating video to me. It's one of the best we've done. This is like a 2-week period of time. Let me tell you what happened. Like 2 days or a day or two before we went on a vacation, I saw this mama mockingbird going back and forth, and I knew something was up. So I go right out in my backyard over a kumquat tree, and I knew there was a nest. They'd built a nest in there. Well, there was 4 eggs, 4 little mockingbird eggs in the nest there. So I told Gail about it. She went and took a picture of them and all. And so I said, they're in a good position and all. So right before we left, the morning we left, I went and I checked it, and it had two of the eggs had hatched. You see a little yellow mouth open up every time because they could just feel my presence when it got close by. So we're just hoping they're going to be okay. So we were going 8 days. So when we got back, all this is going to be in a video, but the video won't have any talking and have music in it because this is dramatic. So we got back and went out there. First thing I did when I got home was go check on the baby birds. And sure enough, went in there and looked, and when I got close, there was like 4 little mouths just opening up like that. And I told Gail, she was happy and all. She came and took a picture. So then the next day, I'm sort of keeping an eye on them. I sort of could look out the window and see everything going on. I just love watching nature, birds or snakes. Well, here comes a snake. A snake gets close by. I want you to watch this activity. Gail was able to film this mama and daddy mockingbird opening up those wings and fighting off, attacking this snake. And this didn't happen just for a few minutes. This went on for like a day and a half with this snake and mama and daddy bird. And they stayed between the snakes and the nest, and it was really cool. So this is a 2-week period of time. And then the tropical storm Cindy came up. And there's a picture of me in there right in the middle of the storm. And it was really blowing, and it hits my house hard because it comes right off the bay, so it's open and it really hits hard. And you're going to see, I'm out there, and I knew the wind was blowing so hard because the tree was bending literally like this. I knew it was going to blow the nest out, and it was going to kill those birds, those baby birds. So I went out there, and I didn't do this for Gail just happened to have the camera. I didn't do this for a show or anything. This was me. So anyway, the whole process, and then you can see how it ends up. So Jeff, let's roll this video here of these mom and daddy mockingbirds. Welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game forecast brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. And today's time, 8:34 to 10:34 this morning, and this evening, 8:56 or 10:56. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as we enjoyed doing it and watching. That was a fascinating 2 weeks in our backyard there, and you can see how nature is just awesome. Just watch it. I don't care if you're watching a huge buck in the backside of a cornfield, or those mom and dad mockingbirds and those little birds. They hatched, and it's about a 2-week incubation period. And Gail's sister Jan and her husband up in Dothan, they are bird experts, and we called them a couple of times. They told us the snake is attracted. Those baby birds will make a little bit of a noise, and the snake they'll sense that, and they'll know some baby birds are feeding. So that's how they're way off, but they'll get close by. And another snake came in from the other side, and because I saw the bird first, so it was just really good stuff. Okay, let's move along. I do want to mention a couple of things here. National Wild Turkey Federation. Okay, this is their monthly magazine they put out bi-monthly, and this is on this cover. The reason I want to show this to you, this cover, every now and then I show a picture of a lady takes, and her name is Tess Jolly, and she's a fellow member of CEOPA, and she and her husband live up outside of there in northeast Alabama, in Talladega, outside Talladega, Alabama, and she is a photographer extraordinaire. She's up at this level, and this is her picture. So as a photographer, your goal is to have a cover photo, and she's had numerous cover photos, but this is her picture, and most of these pictures are taken on her farm or taken somewhere up and around Alabama. So Tess Jolly, congratulations, and we'll be seeing you and your husband in October at Kentucky Lake at our annual meeting. Also, by looking through the magazine and reading the articles, I just want to show this to you. This is about hogs. This is, hogs are giving everybody fits. Wild hogs are just eating up crops right and left. And feral hog problem is huge, okay? Let's move along. I got all kinds of stuff to talk about. This is neat. This is one of these rags of fishing. We call them fishing rags, and everybody takes one with them and all. But this one right here, I don't know if you read it, says, no stink, dry soft. It says it does not retain fish odors like cotton. Isn't that fascinating? They come up with something like this. So I'm going to try it out. It's got it got Velcro on it. But I'm gonna clean some fish. What do you put? Put them on the side, and when you're fishing a lot, you just keep your hands clean and everything. And if you're going to offshore fishing or inshore fishing, you always want to have some kind of something to wipe your hands with. And we all use those old hand-me-downs, towels and all that we use. So, okay, one more thing I want to go over. Now, don't forget, tomorrow's show, July 4th, and Wednesday's show is going to be the offshore trip with on a Seminole wind. These are a couple of things I got from boat. In fact, I'm going to put them on this morning when the show's over. What I like about them, you don't have to screw things in your boat, okay? Just a little thing right there, a container. And also, this is just a general one, okay? See these right here? And you can move them around. If you don't like where they are, you can move them, okay? Now, you can attach them permanently if you want to, but these are really handy for all little boats and big boats, something to put your phone in, your cigarettes or whatever you don't want to get wet. But it's really fascinating, and right on the side you got a little, if you're fishing with a lure, the ones I use I put on the side here so I know to wash them off at the end of the day. I don't have to wash out my old tackle boxes. So all kinds of little neat things like this for your boat. And again, whatever size boat you have, these things are handy. These little holders, cup holders and things like that. So I just like to piddle around with my boat and stuff like that. About run out of time. Thank you all for watching the show. Got a big show tomorrow. And y'all start getting ready for the 4th and getting ready to enjoy yourself. And today, do something outdoors and enjoy yourself and do something good for your fellow man. Have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.